Hello everyone, this is Will from Scooter Ready. Today I have the absolute pleasure of being in the Riese Muller booth here at Interbike 2017, and we have a very special guest who's going to give us the walkthrough of the new 2018 model lineup. Heiko, thank you for taking the time. So Heiko is actually the owner, founder, you name it, with Riese Muller. This is the gentleman. So thank you for taking the time out of your really busy schedule to spend some time with us and talk about the product line.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Hi to everybody. Let's start with the Lite GT Signature. Actually, this is a bike where we made a present for ourselves, because next year we have our 25th anniversary, and Marcus Riese and me, we were sitting together thinking about the perfect e-bike for our own demand. And actually, we found out that the Lite is the perfect bike. And we put all the accessories, all the parts on this bike which we really love. So it starts, of course, the dual battery option is in series, which means you have 1,000 watt hours, gives you more than 100 miles reach. So, and then we have Fox factory suspension setup, so a fork and a rear shock from Fox factory. We also have the great Shimano XTR Di2 electronic shifting, which is really a great shifting feeling. So it's really a cool bike, comes for around $11,000 on the market, and yeah, I hope a lot of people have the same feeling to the perfect e-bike than we have.
So this was over a couple of beers, or what were you thinking about putting this together?
No, it was rather during cycling, of course.
All right, perfect. Well, that's great. I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful, and you did equip it with, the best of the best, right? So it says something about your brand. It's, obviously one of the brands that is most recognized with the Riese Muller, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Our brand, as I said, 25 years on the market. We started with our full suspension folding bike in 1993. Then we developed a lot of full suspension bikes for the city, for touring and so on. And then in 2008, we started with our first electric bike. And our idea was not to have an electric bike for people who are not able to ride a normal bike anymore, because this wasn't the electric bike market in 2008. All the other electric bikes at this time have been a low step over height and looked very kind of old-fashioned, you know what I mean? So, and our idea was that an e-bike is the perfect commuting bike, and our dream was that people are changing from their car to the e-bike and not from their normal bicycle to the e-bike. And actually, I think this vision came true, because now it's just normal that even you're not 70, you are maybe 40, 30, whatever. You jump on an e-bike, you go to work, you just have fun on an e-bike. So this has changed during these years, and I think it has also changed because our products have been made for a target group like that. Because without the right products, you will not find the right target group. Right. That's the way it is, yeah. So now we have a nice range of bikes for every kind of use, for more sportive, but for transportation, for commuting. Our cargo bikes are one focus of our bikes, because we think e-cargo bikes is a big future. We are very sure that in the future a lot of people will use cargo bikes for doing their daily transportation and so on. So, yeah.
Perfect. And the bike behind us was the model that we had last year as well, that carries over into 2018. We have quite a few customers actually that saw the bike, love the bike. We got a couple unsold. We have a couple on order still with you guys. It's been a really well liked. So what was the thought process between the homage?
Sorry, what is the
so what the homage bike itself? So what was the idea and the concept behind the homage was?
Well, actually, on the homage we have the integrated carrier. That's the main point. So the carrier is actually part of the frame. You see the frame. The carrier comes out of the main frame, which gives a very stiff carrier and allows you to put a lot of weight on there. And the riding performance is just great on this one. And this year we added a new model with the GT or G the GT model, which have the wider tires and 27.5 inch, which really gives you a great riding performance on rough roads. So this is actually a brand new model of the homage lineup.
So that's a nice upgrade. Going with those wider tires is really gonna, really make that ride even more sweet.
Yeah.
And then we still have the Mountain as well.
The Mountain as well, right? This year we have a new model which is not on the show, but it has the Rohloff 14-speed hub gear combined with the electronic shifting. So that's really a cool MTB bike, and the advantage of the Lite Mountain series in comparison to any other eMTB on the market is that you can easily put a real carrier on it, or a real rack on it, so you can really put a lot of stuff there, not only maybe 5 kilos, but 20, 25 kilos, so you can go for longer tours and so on. And if you are on the road or off the road on a tour, then this is just the right bike for it. So the geometry of this bike is not this single trail riding. It's more touring. It's very comfortable. So for being on tour with this bike, that's just a perfect option.
Just a full suspension, integrated lighting, both front and rear.
That's right.
Even the very, very discreet rear light as well makes the bike so clean and just so aggressive looking, but yet very civilized.
Yeah, that's right. Especially the lighting system. The idea was to integrate it and not to have some additional light on the handlebars and something like that, but to have an integration of this. And of course, the energy comes from the Bosch battery, which of course makes sense on an e-bike. So that's really a cool choice. And I mean, you can never have enough light or too much light on a bike. So I think that's a great choice. Yeah.
And also Riese Muller, we look at the drivetrain, so your whole collection. I mean, you are exclusive Bosch. I mean,
right.
You've had such good success. The Bosch systems just seems to be so well integrated with your systems, and so it's just a really great feeling. So you're just really compelled to say that your bikes are going to work amazing with the Bosch system. Yeah,
that's right. We totally trust in Bosch. The quality is great, the riding performance is great, the service is great. It's for me, it's just the system to go for.
Just makes a lot of good business sense, right? And for the consumer as well, when they're on their bike, they got the ultimate reliability, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there are so many systems on the road where you never know how long it goes. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's go over and take over the beautiful cargo bike you have going on here.
Yeah, we have the load here. This is our full suspension cargo bike. Yeah, which is really a sportive one. It's such a fast bike. You can go for rough roads. You can put in your children, cargo load, whatever. There are many different options for boxes, children's seat, children cover, and so on. Just on your demand.
And the nice part about your cargo bikes too is as the children start to mature, the bike still grows with that individual. You don't have to replace your bicycle because you've now got a cargo bike to go grocery shopping or go to the market or whatever, or even to work or whatever.
Yeah, many people buy a cargo bike when they have small kids, and then afterwards they feel that it's definitely a good choice, and they would never change their cargo bike to a standard bike again, because it's something you can use every day. And my load, for example, I'm getting my daughter to the school in the morning, but then on my way back from the factory, I can put in some stuff which I bought somewhere and so on. It's so flexible. You never have to think about capacity. Yeah. And before I had the load, when I was riding a standard bicycle, then often I had to think about, okay, today I have to buy something, I have to take the car and stuff like that. So since I have my load, I never take my car. So that's really a change, yeah.
We're starting to hear that more and more from people. It's starting to build up in North America, but the European mentality, the mindset is that the cargo bike really does replace the automobile.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I mean every car, even the sportive's car, has a room to put some space or to put some stuff, even if it's just a box of beer. and a bike hasn't. So this is just, it's so logical to have a cargo bike.
I think what people need to do is, we look at it and say, well, I can't replace an automobile. They really have to get on and ride it to get that experience to say, you know what, this totally makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And then we move on to the next bike. Talking about cargo bikes, let's move on to here.
That's our compact cargo bike. It's the Pacster 40. Actually, last year we introduced the Pacster 60 and 80. This is the length of the cargo space in centimeter. And now we have the 40, which is not only a shorter Pacster 60, but it's a total new concept. Actually, the main frame is much lighter than on the Pacster 60. So the complete bike is much lighter. We have a very light system, the so-called carry system, which is also very flexible. Now you have the setup for putting in, for example, your grocery, but you can change it to a children's seat setup within a second, and then you have a children's seat. And the idea is that the child is sitting a little higher and the feet go down. So the child is sitting a little bit more upright in comparison to other cargo bikes. Right. So you don't even need this length because it's sitting more like on a chair instead of lying in the cargo bike. So this is really perfect. The communication to the parents is much better because you can just see the face of the kid. So that's really cool, and it's light, it's compact.
Yeah, tremendous amount of room, but it's perfect for somebody who may not have a lot of room and where they're going to park the vehicle, right?
That's right. That's the idea. Also for women who may have a problem to handle a bigger cargo bike, it's the perfect choice, I think. Yeah.
Perfect. And can we pop over and take a look at the Pacster?
Yeah.
Over here. So we had the Pacster in the collection for a couple of years now. And certainly this is a full-size cargo bike. I mean,
that's it.
Perfect for everybody, right?
Right. We even have it in the length of 80 centimeter, which is 20 longer. But this is kind of full size already. It's also very flexible. You can have a children's seat, a child cover, all these accessories. You can have dual battery. For our cargo bikes, which means you combine 2 batteries with 1,000 watt-hours on a cargo bike, and that makes also sense because, of course, a cargo bike is more heavy. You put more stuff in, so having some more power from the battery is always useful. So the dual battery option is definitely a good thing to take for a cargo bike.
And even feedback from the consumer too, or as they said, instead of every day I have to charge my batteries, for some people it might be only once a week now they have to charge the batteries. So from a convenience standpoint.
Yeah, that's the big point. And when I experienced my load with dual battery, in the beginning I also thought, okay, now I can go for big tours, but big tours is not the thing I'm doing every day. Yeah. But the big advantage is that you have to charge your battery only once a week. Before, every day I was thinking, oh, my battery is going down and so on, and I was charging for every day because there was always the risk that I have not enough energy. And now with dual battery, it's like putting petrol in your car. You fill it and then you just go, and after a week or whenever you think, okay, I have to fill again, and not every day you're thinking about that. So that's a big plus in comfort. Just in using the bike, and so I'm a total fan of dual battery, to be honest.
It just makes sense, absolutely. I mean, I had my bike as well that had the charger with a dual battery this year, and absolutely, the dual battery is fantastic. I'm only charging it once a week for my 10-kilometer, 15-kilometer commute. It was just more from a practicality standpoint.
Yeah, that's it. It's not only the reach itself, it's very comfortable, that's right.
And perfect.
This one we also have the belt drive, Gates carbon belt drive combined with the Nuvinci hub, which is, for me, the option for an e-bike. It's comfortable, shifting is easy, it's not getting dirty like a chain. So
And that's been a big upside too. I mean, that's exactly what we've been promoting in our shop. Is we have our standard, chain and derailleur, which a lot of people are comfortable with.
Yeah.
And this is, for North America, this is a fairly new technology, but it's not a new technology in any of the industries, and especially in Europe.
Yeah.
And I've personally had to ride with that with the belt and also the Nuvinci. It's just a wonderful system. It's one of those where you have resistance and you can really fine tune what feels good to you, and it's quiet, no lubrication.
Yeah.
If it rains outside, who cares? You don't have to do anything to it.
Yeah, that's
The only thing I was doing to my bike was charging my batteries, putting air in the tires.
Yeah, that's it. And it even comes from North America, so.
It does.
Right.
And let's move on to the Nemo, because the Nemo is a really nice product offering. It's a nice, beautiful step-through electric bicycle. Really well balanced. Really, the ride comfort is spectacular. I vouch for that. But this year, one of the issues we had was we didn't have necessarily the right frame for everybody. And so this year, you came up with a smaller frame, from what I understand. So you're going to tell us a little bit about the Nemo and the new frame.
Right. Now we extended the frame sizes to a 43 centimeter frame, combined with 26-inch wheels. So the complete bicycle shrinks proportional. So if you have a look on a picture, you wouldn't see the difference. Yeah. But if you see it in reality, unfortunately, we don't have it on the show. But right. it really it's smaller, and it's perfect for people from 150 on, maybe to 170. So this size, where on a Nemo last year with a 47 centimeter frame and 28-inch tires, it was maybe a little bit too big. So I think it extends the use of the Nemo to a new customer group which just couldn't use it before. Second thing is we have this Nemo called GH. This is a model which allows you 160 kilos to put on the bike. Wow. I mean, complete rider, bike, and luggage. 160 kilos, so 20 more than on a standard Nemo. And actually, we got that by using the wider tires, 27.5 inch wheels. And we have special components for stem, handlebar, pedals, seat post. So all these components are made for higher weight. But I think it's not only for people who are more heavy. It's just the riding performance is different. I mean, you might know the Charger models with the wide tires. It's a different riding performance. It's more safe. Just feels better. Yeah,
and a lot of the infrastructure, in Canada as well, we have roads that are less than desirable. They're not perfectly paved because of harsh winters that we get. And, by going with the wider tires like the Supermoto X, you're getting phenomenal wear resistance, so you're not changing tires very often. But it's the ride comfort, all those bumps and the potholes and stuff. It really does a beautiful job of absorbing all that energy. It makes for a comfortable ride. Mm. And we notice that you have a suspension seat post, either the Cane Creek, but I believe you also have the traditional suspension seat post as well.
That's right. For all the other Nemo models, we have the standard seat post, and for the GH model, we have the Cane Creek, because this allows you more weight on the saddle. So this is why we took this one as an option for the GH model.
Really makes sense. And and one thing we didn't talk about on the other products as well, and it's throughout your whole line, is your paint. A lot of times when people buy a bicycle, it's the details, right? And this is something that we saw when we started carrying your brand. It's all the little details that Riese Muller puts on that most brands never do, and it's the quality of the paint, just the finish. There's no blotches. It's just such a beautiful, and the choice of colors are just beautiful. So you've done a fantastic job on making sure your paint shows up. I have to do a little plug for you on that one because it is excellent.
Okay.
And moving on to the unique Roadster. Right?
Yeah, the Roadster. Actually, we have a complete new Roadster on the market now. The idea is to have an e-bike for people who love more the classic look of a single-speed bike, for example, road racing bike. So, but on the other hand, we made it perfect for the e-bike use. So we have a so-called semi-integration of the battery, which means the shape of the down tube is made for taking this battery in a smooth way. We have, as you said, we have nice colors on this one. It's a very light e-bike, the lightest model. We offer 40 millimeters tires and CX motor, so it's very powerful, combined with a very light derailleur system. I think for this kind of models it makes sense to have a derailleur. It's just a very nice bike, and we also offer it in a Mixie version.
That's really nice.
for
That's really going to be
ladies.
really neat. Yeah.
I think that's a really a good choice for sportive ladies who want to have a very light bike. Yeah, I think it's a cool one. And actually, we also offer a rear carrier, which looks really smart, and a front carrier, which unfortunately we don't have with us on the show.
So
but
would it fit up on top in the front here?
Yeah. You can check it in the internet. It's really looking nicely. So I think that's a nice one.
And so the next model we're going to look at is the Charger GX. I mean, once again, beautiful paint job. And all the details that go on this bike. And as I mentioned to you earlier in the video, even myself, I've been riding the Charger this year and just absolutely love the Charger. And the GX just makes an amazing bike even better, I guess.
Yeah, I totally agree. Actually, we have the Rohloff 14-speed hub from Germany on this version. Which is really reliable, easy to shift. So that's also a nice option for an e-bike. It's the kind of SUV in a bike with a front carrier, rear carrier in the same color. Nice details. I think that's the bike for a larger trip, but of course you can also use it in the city. So
somebody who's doing the world tour, this is the bike for them on the world tour because it's pretty much indestructible.
Definitely, that's right. It's very reliable. Even maybe details like the handlebar, where you always find a nice position for a longer tour. The Brook saddle. Every detail is made for many hours on the bike.
And a couple of questions we do get from consumers, but people coming into our store, they're saying, I want to get the bike for recreational purposes, but the idea of going for long distance touring tends to be, something that very much appeals to me. I may want to start carrying large panniers. I want to travel with my spouse or my friends. And one of the questions we do get quite a bit is, what do I choose, Rohloff or Nuvinci? What are your thoughts on that? If somebody as a consumer is saying, what do I do? I'm really mixed. I'm not sure exactly what product to go. What are your comments on that?
Well, actually, for everyday use, I think the Nuvinci hub is, especially combined with a belt drive, is just perfect. The Rohloff I would choose for the really big tour. If you are maybe going for 10,000 kilometers a year, really hard rider, then the Rohloff makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
But for every day, it's not necessary. It's nice, but you don't have to have it, to be honest.
It's the best of the best,
right? It's the best of the best, yeah.
Right, perfect. Yeah. And, the Riese Muller brand, I mean, people look at it from the internet, they come and visit it. From you being the owner of the business, and one of the owners of the business, and, when you have your team of engineers and you got your staff, what are some of the basic principles that you portray to both you and your team about what makes Riese Muller special? So what are some of the basic comments or concerns based when you're building a bike? What are some of the basics that you want to put together?
Well, the most important point is that when we are building a new bike, we always have a special customer in mind and a special use. We always, we make a bike perfect for a certain use. And I mean, we have many different bikes, and each bike has a special customer in mind. And I think then you can really go for details. You can talk about every single detail and just think about, is it really the best for this kind of customer? And I think that's kind of a trick, really to work on all the details and just to have perfect solutions even on parts where others don't even care. So yeah, I think that's our principle. Our main principle.
And clearly that's coming from you all the way down, because talking with even our representatives that I deal with on a regular basis, that's it. It's your whole concept, the whole mentality of, one, making a bike that looks completely different, because there is nobody else that has a bike that looks like yours, and yours doesn't look like everybody else's.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and of course, bikes are one thing, or products are one thing. The second thing is our strategy of selling, having an international network. We are very digital. We are doing all the business is done digital. We have a website where you can find all the information, and that's so many details. And we are always growing, and we actually have the dream that the e-bike is replacing the car in Yeah, all over the world actually, not only in Canada, US or Europe, but all over the world. And we are working on that. We want to be on all the markets in the moment. The e-bike is just starting to be interesting in these countries, so it's a lot of work, but it's fun.
It's rewarding. It's definitely going to be rewarding, and I mean, you guys are really making the industry that much better. You're producing high quality products. They're going to be reliable. That the consumer says this is an investment, but it's a long-term investment, and the dollars or the money that can be saved by investing in a high quality product, the payback is 10, 20, 30 times fold. It's amazing. You'll get your money back on it.
Definitely, yeah. Every dollar is well spent in an e-bike or in a high quality e-bike, definitely.
Well, I can't thank you enough. I know we took a lot of your time today, and you give us a review, and I'm sure all of our viewers are really going to appreciate that Heiko Muller spent time with us here at Scooter Ready and give us a review.
Have fun, and everybody who's riding one of our bikes, have a good ride always. Thanks you, bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. For more information, visit us on the web at shop.scooterready.com, and by all means, click down below for our email as well as our phone number to set up a free consultation if you like as well, to talk to our electric bike experts to really find out which Riese Muller might be the best for your application. So thanks for watching this short video on the Riese Muller electric bike lineup for 2018.